Hello, folks. Welcome in. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. We are back in Satisfactory, and we are going to be picking up where we left off. Yesterday, we were working on the lighting for the reinforced iron plates and a bunch of other modular frame builds. We have to finish off the rest of those floors before we can move on. We are also going to point you towards the Spawn Chunks podcast and the Citadel Cafe podcasts. They both have new episodes out this week, came out Sunday and Monday, respectively. And you can find those on YouTube. You can find them on your favorite podcasting app. They're all available there for free. And if you wouldn't mind checking those out, I would very much appreciate it. We put a lot of hard work into those, and I think you'll find them entertaining. I have plans this weekend to go see a Minecraft movie, and we'll be talking about that on Monday's episode of the Spawn Chunks. I believe that Johnny is going to go see it this weekend as well. The talk was we were just going to go find a showtime that was going to have less kids in it, because it's obviously very much aimed at a younger audience. So I believe Stephen ESC and I are going to go see it tomorrow evening here in Nova Scotia. I don't know when Johnny is going to go see it, but I think at some point over the weekend. So the goal is to have both of us having seen it by Monday so that we can give a review about the movie on the new episode of the Spawn Chunks. We are also going to be checking out, I think it's Daredevil Born Again, coming up on the next episode of the Citadel Cafe, and that'll be on the 10th. So I don't know if that's going to be the finale. I don't know how many weeks Daredevil is, but there's going to be more happening there. So there's at least one more episode, I believe. SweetSandi subscribing at tier 1, 51 months. And SweetSandi says I'm getting old. Join the club. Join the club. I worked out yesterday. I had a really good workout, but I am feeling it today. I'm not sore, but I'm tired. And so hopefully we will be in good shape and satisfactory. It's a good day to sit in video game. It's freezing outside. It's gray, which is like the first version of spring in Nova Scotia. We just call it gray. Then we go to brown, and eventually green with some sunshine. But right now we're in the gray stage of spring. So I really wish those transitions would be smoother. They feel really choppy lately, and I don't know why. We are here in the storage area. I made one small change. I actually added in the extra buildable. So this is the thing that they gave us, but you'll notice that our second shelf in here, it's kind of floating. But if you just grab it and then use the vertical nudge, then you can put it in and it looks pretty good. And unless you can see the bottom of it, then you can't really tell that it's been put inside. Same thing vertically. If we did it here, look, I don't know that you'd be able to really tell. I think it kind of goes inside itself. The seams are all hidden by the overlap there. It's just the extra crossbeam is all you see. Last year, summer was a Wednesday. Good to know. How are we doing for materials here? Do I need anything else? Surprisingly low on plates. Concrete. We're low on concrete too. And we can put a bunch of stuff away. Oh, not that. I don't need the tickets. I'm really looking forward to cleaning up this area too. I can put these away. Don't think I was meant to put those in there. Some copper sheets too. I think today might be the day that we mess with the hypertubes. I gotta remember that I can't just ride it and hope for the best. I have to actually actively choose my exits. So yesterday we did the lighting in here, we added the lighting barriers, and we worked on the electrical, and we hit everything. However, we have downstairs to also do. I don't think we're going to necessarily light this the same way. I feel like what could be fun here would be to put a couple of floodlights on the walls. This might be a good way to light this. Just because I think we're going to be viewing it from mostly up here. So it would be cool to have that part lit. So maybe we can... I can't really squeeze anything in there. We're going to be able to see the light from over there. Yeah, I'm not really quite sure how we're going to do that. We could put the lights along there, but one thing we need to do is figure out the wiring situation. And same as before, what I'm going to do is we're going to figure out a new placement for these. I'd say that's probably the right spot there. That might be exactly where we want it to go. Yeah, so it's just going to be one behind, so that's going to make that pretty easy to move around. I kind of wish there was more things that you could do in this game for markers. I guess you could use these. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, you still can't move nodes, power nodes, by less than 1 meter when there's a cable attached. So you have to place them in a really fine manner before you attach the cable. Out of curiosity, I know that there's usually a lot of regulars at the start of the stream, but is there anybody in here that's new to the stream or new to Satisfactory? If you're new to the game, then by all means let us know. More than happy to point you in the right direction. Architecture, that's what I want. Weird that it's not giving me the line up to the next door neighbor. If you are new, what I'm doing is just purely decorative. It's not necessary. We're just sticklers for details. Try to have the downtime be as little as possible. Aiming at the machine makes this a lot easier now. This is one thing I would consider loading up a modded playthrough, would be if someone came out with mods where like the power was hidden. I would be very interested. Very interested in that for sure. So we've got the power coming in over there. I don't know where back here the power actually comes down. Looks like it comes in. Alright, so it comes down. We can simplify this a bit, I think. Obviously, we want it to line up with this. Unfortunately, we lost the sun. Just get rid of that for now. Even the delete noise has an echo, which I think is funny. So that's where that's coming in. That's the old one. That's the new one. There's where it comes down.
Perhaps you enjoy the challenge of blindly stumbling through tasks in low visibility. Try not to walk off a cliff. Replacing pioneers is inconvenient.
Thank you, Sandy. There is a mod for daisy chaining power. Well, that's okay, but I want the power nodes to be more decorative and less annoying. I wish I knew more about modding and stuff like that, because I would love to try my hand at something like that. I'm the art guy, not the coding guy. Alright, I think we take it down from here. That's going up. I want to go from here. We are all still powered. That's good. These are all still powered. So I've just got two lines here because it's probably what made the most sense. I guess what we could do in that situation is, what I want to do is use a beam like we did up here to hide the power.
You could be doing useful things.
So some of these are from my chat, and some of these are just new stuff in the game. Ada is very snarky. Just randomly tells you you suck. So that's power concealed there for the above floor. But in order to get the power hidden down here, I wonder what we can do. We could just use one of these blueprints. Maybe we'll just run a vertical beam like that, and then we'll just do another one of these over here. I think that's probably the best case. We could also make this gray. Although I think the cable would still show up. So that's probably going to end up being carbon steel. I like that better than seeing a wire. The other option is that we could put in these larger blueprints, which have like a frame to them. Goes under the belt. Although, a lot of lights for something we're not going to see. Alright, I think I'm okay with that. So, I just need to double check where these are going to go. So it looks like that's going to be where it's going to go. Yep. Looks hidden to me. So it's just kind of a 45-degree angle. Should be pretty straightforward to do. think all of these were built before nudging was even in the game, just to show you how old they are. And then on the other side, all we have to do is connect the right ones. So I can delete that one. Hook that one up. So hopefully this won't take too long to do the other side. Now that we've figured it out, it's just a matter of going through the process. Make sure everything lines up. I feel like I've got double walls that are causing some issues. Okay. That works out nicely because then we don't have to have them actually go up into the ceiling. SweetSandi, thanks for being awesome. Appreciate the help as always. Oh, something's screwy there. So hopefully folks that are watching, if you are someone like me that likes to hide power, you're picking up a tip or two on how to do that. Beams are really good. So while I like it, I kind of wonder if we need to have something along here too. The problem with this is that I don't like the triangles, which is what we'll get in between each one. Yeah, that's not going to work. Now, as far as lighting goes, I might be able to actually put a light on the beam. Yeah, it hangs down an awful lot, though. It's not terrible. Can we... Let's put it above... Maybe this one? Oh, you can vertically nudge them. That's good to know. So I could put it up like that. That's kind of the effect I wanted. The problem is that we can't put a lighting attachment there. I don't know whether those are just as bright. Those feel default. Yeah. I think because we had to remove the lighting connector because of the bug with the assemblers. Oh, crap. We have an animal somewhere. Right there. Stupid. I really wish we could get rid of those. Seifer! Glad that you find it appealing. This is 1.1, yes, on the experimental branch. Alright, I guess we just do the other side. So if memory serves, these were just directly behind. So this one shows up. But this one does not. Unless it's just by that little bit. I feel like that could be farther to the left. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. So these are in a different position. MindTripMedia with 100 bits. Thank you ever so much. Appreciate the support as always. I really have to tip my hat, MindTrip. The consistency which with you show up and drop bits in support is fantastic. I really, really appreciate it. As a streamer and freelancer and all that kind of stuff, having that kind of consistent support is just, it's a really cool thing to know that you can continue on doing the things that you're doing with support of people like you. Maybe on their next update they'll work on the hitboxes of stuff. I would also use a mod that would give me a crosshair instead of this silly symbol in the middle. A lot of the stuff I think that I would get out of modded would be like UI related, things that would make the game not necessarily different in terms of how it's played, just visually a little easier to parse. MindTrip says, I appreciate the quality content. Well, thank you very much. Happy to hear it. Sometimes I wonder, because of the fact that my content is so different, like I'm not doing really quippy YouTube videos. It's all very standard stuff here on Twitch. And that comes across over there. That comes down from over there. I don't think I like that. I would much rather have this all be down here and visible. I think that's straight. Now we'll just hook that up over here. Let's put another one in here. I find that stuff like that is great for clarity later on, when you're trying to figure out like how the wiring goes and where you started it and where you stopped it. This was a mistake I made over there. I want to make sure I use the back of it. Nice. Grumpa, apologies if my gooder typing is rubbing off on anyone. MindTripMedia says that I enjoy content I can learn something from. Well, that's very nice. Thank you. I try to make the kind of content that I would want to watch, but I also consume some content that I just don't have the time to make. That is in the wrong position. Crap. Which means, I guess, is that not straight? Oh, that one's off. That's what happened. Everybody's powered back up. Nice. Try this again. That looks like it's working. Victory. Okay, cool. So the next one, we just have to figure out this position for the top bit. And over there, we did go just kind of like 45 behind. And say that works. Just to have that on while we work. Such a small change, but being able to move things in half-meter increments. I really feel like the unlimited nudging really opens up a lot too. Not so much in terms of what you can do, but in terms of how fast you can do it. When you start to realize what nudging unlocks in the game creatively, I think being able to do that faster and just let kind of like the stream of consciousness go as you're building is really helpful. I keep on meaning to see what Fluxo's been up to in the new update. He does beautiful, beautiful builds. I think that's probably the fastest I've been able to rip down a power grid or a circuit and get it back up with as little disruption to building as we can, right? Do the top first, I guess. Somewhat therapeutic having a stream while coding, as well as while I am refactoring for work. You are refactoring. Well, that's cool. Appreciate that. I was actually toying around with ChatGPT earlier, trying to maybe try to code an app for myself for like logging my gym workouts and stuff. It's really cool, the kind of stuff that you can get access to. It's like you don't know what you don't know. I think a lot of it is just like asking the right questions. What kind of stuff do you code, Seaver? If you could talk about it. I'm going to try something here and see if this looks better. What do we like better? The carbon steel vertical or the gray beam vertical? Light gray, I should say. Knowing how to craft the right prompt to yield a more accurate result. Yeah, exactly. But ChatGPT is really good at guiding you too. Like, if you're not good at making a good prompt, you can tell ChatGPT to like act like a prompt engineer and tell me how to prompt you. It's really cool. I got ChatGPT to devise a meal plan, says ClevProf, for me and my partner. Both have dietary restrictions, and it gave us a full meal plan, budgeted, while shopping list for our local stores. That's awesome. Local too? That's really cool. ClevProf, are you Canadian by any chance? Is that one of the reasons why you're going local? I mean, like, everybody should go local anyway, because, like, screw the big box stores. But, like, if you're Canadian, then all the power to you. Primarily working with JavaScript and PHP. I'm probably the most familiar with Java after HTML. And HTML is rusty. I've not done that for a while. I've been using WYSIWYG editors like Divi in WordPress for a while. I think I like the gray. I just realized that the beams cut off the lights. Oh, they don't touch them. Okay, they just block them out. All right, that's fine. So that's power down here sorted. So now it's just a matter of if I want to try and hook up a couple of lights down there. I don't know that I need to. We'll come back at night maybe and see if anything else needs help. We have all of this stuff left to do as well. And before I go any farther, I was trying to decide if I wanted to do those barriers again, but I don't think I have enough room here. I feel like the nice thing about these barriers is that we've got like a double wide walkway here. It's single on the back here. Is it single back here too? It probably is. I just don't know if I want to copy and paste the same thing on every floor. No, see, it's too wide here, and I feel like that gives you more room to look at it. Not Canadian, UK based, but local store as in supermarket, but prices vary by store. Yeah, no, that's cool. Around here, without getting into the weeds of it, there's a number of reasons why Canadians are focusing very much on shopping Canadian right now. Yeah, I think for this we're just going to go with the lines. Now, do we want that to actually turn there? I think we do. Oh, those aren't white. I think that's fine. Oops. All right, I like that. That does look a little bit funny. Although, I guess with the spotlight off, you're not really going to notice it. Why does this not have a window? Oh, because it's all slope. That's why. So the signs are not permanent, but I've left them there because we still have to double check a bunch of metrics. So I don't want to get ahead of myself there. Cipher says, I'm currently building features for a bespoke application suite, but working on branching out for more IT solutions and small business models. That's cool. I find that so much of the talk around AI is so abstract. Like, people are just like, use it to build. Build. It's like, build what? Like, be specific. But no one's talking about specifically what they're doing. It's like they have to keep their secrets or something. You don't already try GitHub Copilot. Microsoft now has a free plan with some limits, but for me it was a real game changer. So Bali, can you explain? I just heard about Copilot. Copilot, one of them starts with an R and another one starts with a C. They are compilers? What are they called? Coding copilots. Replit is the, and Cursor were the two that I heard were really good. Yeah, I agree, Grandpa. I think more people need to focus locally too. Messing around with your in-house something? I missed that. Setting up Olama on a home lab and messing around with my own in-house AI. I would love to have like a Jarvis. There's a guy, I don't remember his name, but I used to follow him on, well, I follow him on TikTok, but I don't think he posts very much anymore. But he was making his own Jarvis, and it was really cool. I would love to be able to just like, rather than using a command word and having to use, like repeat yourself so often, and because I've got an Amazon Echo and I've got iPhones and iPads and stuff like that, but I don't find that Siri's all that good. And then I don't find the Echo will listen just fine, but it doesn't execute. It doesn't execute at all. You'll be just like, turn on the TV. And it's like, there are two devices called TV. No, they're not. Just turn on the one that's called a TV. And I also find that the, what are they called? Skills on the Amazon Echo. Like, I've got one for the Xbox and it used to work and now it doesn't work. And I don't know whether that's Xbox's fault or whether that's the Echo's fault. So we had a specific way that we were designing these doors. We kind of go down to them from here. So it looks like we're going to go... This is going to get dropped, I guess. I could see myself maybe grabbing one of these lights too. Generally, you want to mark your entrances and exits. That's just open air over that way. Now, this did not make a lot of sense to me, so I think what we're going to do here is probably go up instead. Thought that looked cooler. And I think I really like this idea of like doubling up. Or in this case, tripling up. So I think it adds a nice bit of depth here as well. Now here it gets a little chunky. Why are you fighting? That's just a shadow, I guess, not Z fighting. So we could use a beam here to maybe fill in that space a little bit. I guess that's okay. I don't know whether that's viewable from outside. Aha. So I'll have to be careful with that. No big deal. When it gets to the green part, we just change the color. That flows a little bit better. Nice. I've started adding in more doors so that when we need to come back in here, we can. And then we're back doing the power thing for the top floor, which is the last one. So that's good. We're almost there. Then we're on to this mess. I think it might be worth changing that. I saw Total Eclipse do this, I think, on stream. Here's a really fun way to do the signs. Or do the floor hole, or the wall holes, rather. Put down a sign first. Make the sign a light. And then put the wall hole over it. You might have to do the wall hole first. Because you can't nudge the wall hole but you can nudge the sign. I thought that looked better on his stream. Maybe you have to push it back? Nope. Maybe he didn't use a 2 meter, maybe he only used a 1 meter? Nope, that doesn't work either. Copilot is basically an AI from Microsoft. It runs on the GPT models from OpenAI, but run by Microsoft. There are several ones for coding. There are several. One is for coding, GitHub Copilot, but you also have more general copilots for chatting with. Okay, I need to dive into this a little bit more. LM Studio is nice. You guys, we should have, I wonder, do you think there's enough interest, folks, here, just anecdotally in Twitch chat, to have like an AI channel in the Discord? Because it's nothing to set up a channel, but I can see how some people in Discord may not be interested in like having a bunch of like stuff. There's also a tech channel. I think we've got a tech channel. Hold on. What kind of channels do I have? I have Palea. Yeah, there's a Tech Talk channel. I guess I could put it in there. Is there a Discord channel for AI? I mean, in my Discord specifically. Would it be worth putting it outside of Tech Talk? In a different channel, like Tech Talk. Tech Talk is probably more hardware, you know, when people talk about like graphics cards and stuff. So I realized my audio was cut out for the game. Grumpa has spoken. Nice. That sounds like what's his name from The Mandalorian? I have spoken. Right, so this doesn't power up there. This is powering this guy. Now, is this going to be the right spot? I would really like to not have to rewire this if I don't have to. You do sort of see the edge. I think the problem is that these are actually on a blueprint. So I'm going to have to double check my blueprints. Thankfully, we can see through the floor this stuff. Ah, so it's in the front. Okay. Easy to get turned around. You'd be better off with a separate one for AI, just with some people's feelings on it. They could then mute the channel if required. Yeah, I think so too. I've been thinking about a couple projects with AI, but it's hard to kind of figure out where to go in the space that people haven't already gone. But I don't know, it didn't stop me before from getting into Minecraft, even though I was super late to it. I think I need to be more forward thinking with my blueprints now. Definitely plan for hidden power and have everything connected. Power seems to always be the last thing I think of. I'm always thinking about logistics first. I think I need to start thinking about power first, because it always seems to make the most work for me. Oh, is that just hidden? That's just hidden. Okay. Tricky. Let's not make this hard to find. Okay. Sparring with other people here on AI would be nice. I mostly talk to colleagues about it, so the applications and use cases are limited. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was listening to a really cool podcast interview with what's his name? It was Ask Cat GPT, and she was interviewing. I don't remember his name. It would be on my YouTube most recent watch lists. Hold on. It was a really good interview. Oh, they don't have it in the title. That's annoying. Parth Patil. Parthpatil. And while he was still pretty broad, the philosophy and stuff behind what he was doing
the challenge of
was pretty
blindly
good.
stumbling through tasks in low visibility. Try not to walk off a cliff. Replacing pioneers is inconvenient.
Thanks for the break reminder, Sandy. I need to have more of those. I feel like the same one gets played over and over again. There's 3 of them in the folder, and StreamerBot just plays whichever one it wants randomly. But I need to fix that. Folks, I take a break once an hour. Is that time? My coffee needs to be fixed, and you need to bring in a friend and let them know what we're doing here on stream. I will be back in about 6 or 8 minutes. Where are we going next? Good stuff. Word Nerdify, hello, hello. So I set up a AI talk channel in the Discord on break. So for folks that are interested in stuff like that, they can go check it out. So what sparked all of this was me asking ChatGPT to help me make a mobile app or a web app so I can track my workouts. But like specifically for me, in the same way that we had a chat about a grocery app or a nutrition app earlier, and it said it was going to show me something in. You could use Google Docs as the database, and I think it started with a G. I don't remember the name of it though, but it was like a non-coding tool. Let me just hold on. I couldn't dive into it because I decided to get into this conversation with ChatGPT like moments before the stream. Glide was the thing that it was asking me about. So I've got some stuff to look into after stream. Grandpa Raider? Grandpa Raider. I think that's how you say that. Welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. How'd you find the stream? Also, we've got a grandpa and a grumpa. Right? Hold on. Yeah. Grumpa and grandpa. And there's also another grandpa too. Right, we were down underneath here. I had just unhooked all this stuff. And what did I do? Did I move this already? I think I moved this already. Yes.
I don't care how your factory looks, just make it efficient.
Well, Ada, I've got news for you. I care. I guess we'll just go to there. Because this does not have a back on it yet. I'm trying to get a doggo into your base. Where's the leash when you need it? Yeah, right. I think I need to change this. So now I can just put in these little towers and this top part will be done. It is a bit tedious. See, I'm getting the arrows up here now. It's weird. The lines? I wasn't getting that downstairs. I wonder if these are just closer together. Well, now I'm not getting it. I don't know. Strange. Yeah, maybe it's a distance thing. I do wish that the lines were longer. I find that it's not very helpful. Because I feel like this is the kind of distance you'd want to line things up on, right? Oh, are we going to have this be a switch? Probably. That makes sense. Simrian subscribing at tier 1, 18 months. Totally legal. Able to do whatever you want. Thanks very much, Simrian. Appreciate it. And for the literal net in the chat, I'm joking. I have no idea how old Simrian is. And we're not discussing ages in chat, so I'm going to head you all off at the pass before it's even a thing. But if you want to talk birthdays, my birthday is later on this month. Having some deja vu setting up all the power in the power plants. And how much repetition there was. Oop. Those should have all turned off somehow. Why did that not happen? Weird. Did I not just cut off the power? Oh, it's plugged in at the other side. I see. Now they're off. Do you have any fun birthday plans? Well, it's on a Tuesday. So nothing as of yet. I'm sure there will be something, though. So that maybe that weekend, there'll probably be like a family thing. That all looks good. So this to me is the only thing that's a little bit off. I could probably fix that later. I am going to put another node here. It's not going to let me see that, is it? Crap. Those are all hooked up. I'll probably just do some dinner. I need to update my Lego wish list. That's definitely something I need to do. Specifically, I was going to purchase one for myself. But I know in previous years it's been a fun community thing to do as well. I want to get back into building Lego live on stream because I do enjoy like that nice short Friday stream. Lego, I'm always looking forward to it. Alright, so I think that's all the wiring tightened up for this particular build. We're going to do the floor parts here. Ah, these are the wrong color. Putting these on your hotbar is a real time saver. And no, they're not going to be black. We're going to swish them. Just easier to do these all first the same way. Almost there. Cool. That's that part done. So this is going to stay like that. I wouldn't mind putting in a little frame around it, but I don't think it's very tall. Yep. No worries, Bolly. Thanks for being here. Do check out the new edition of the AI chat in the Discord. I'll be picking people's brains for sure. Oh, I need to rebuild this because it's going the wrong way visually. So this is a Mark II. That's better. Is the other one going backwards as well? I didn't see. All of these are probably going backwards. Oh no, that's traveling the right way. That one's not, though. Better. I don't know if this looks as good with a thing here or not. Yeah, I guess it looks okay. I did want to change this. Mark II. I don't know whether I want to go with the black holes or what. I guess we'll just do this. Mark 2, Mark 2. Uh-oh, why is that? Why can I not put that in the right spot now? That's where it was going. It was going into here. I guess some lifts are not just visually incorrect. This is the export, right? Yeah. This goes to heavy modular frames. Yeah, that's the overflow. And this goes to modular frames. Yeah. It's a mess back here. So that feels a little bit better. I think we're good. So the only thing again left is going to be lighting, if we wanted to add lighting. So I'm going to wait until dark to see how dark it is in here. This one probably won't be so bad. Well, this one's going to have a skylight, so I don't think we're going to do anything quite so fancy as that. I feel like I just want to do the regular flat architecture stuff. You could even leave it open in the middle. But I don't know what the rest of this building looks like. I would imagine we would want to kind of keep some of this very similar. I wonder if it looks better with the thicker edge in the middle. Which way does it slope? I think it slopes to the side. Yeah. It's not flat. I dislike that the name of it is misleading. Oh yeah, that feels better. Maybe we leave that open. I quite like that, actually. Almost looks like it's a retractable roof. And these aren't powered. Because we deleted something. Probably that node over there. Yep. Let's... Now we're good. I don't know whether to put an arbitrary end on the back of this or what. Right now, the only thing coming in here are what's coming out of here. So it's mostly only heat sinks. But even then, those are probably being used up. Six out of 4, 100 out of 4. Why does that only have 7? That visual bug is brutal. Weird how the middle one is behind. And the export is not exporting? So in some cases, they're just not working. Mark 1 should be fine for all that. Yes. It's so weird that the middle one is not full up. Wait, is this the same Satisfactory where we started 4 to 5 years ago? Yep. Oh yeah. We're at probably close to 2,000 hours in the game, and this save is close to 1,500, I think. 14. Speaking of. Let's save it. 1,300. Yeah, when 1.0 was new, I played it in a new world for a bit. And then I combined the saves. But yeah, this is the same Rocky Desert main bus build. I'm not sure how much you remember. Like, there's the train station. There's the main bus. We've got the big Devastator chest plate in now. We've been working in this building here. While I have the bright sunshine, Oh, that's going to stick through. It's better. Kind of like the idea of having like an open slot there. I'm not sure. It feels a little light, maybe. Yeah. It's a little bit better. That's on the pillar. More plastic. Well, we're right here. It's crazy to think now. I used to think about this this storage facility as like being super high up and super way at the end of the base. And now, when we're working on things like the fused modular frame factory, it's like it's right here. Like you can see them from one another. Wild. No, I don't think we had any issues. There was a bunch of crashes at first when 1.0 came out. That's why I started the new save. But then once I combined them, it hasn't been any issues. There's the odd crash, but like the crashes lately have been on experimental, which, I mean, you kind of expect that, right? How do we feel about these railings? Do you think that these should be green? Do we think that's better as green? Or do we like it better as gray? I mean, the gray, we could keep the gray on the inside and just have the green on the outside. We still have these weird sections, though. I think I like the green. Frames the rockways, yeah. The only thing I was wondering is that we'd be better off to have like a little beam on the corner. But I find it cuts in. Like, I don't like that, unfortunately. And there's no real way to get rid of it. There's nothing small enough to go there. I could maybe put the beam on an angle. Nah. Yeah, unfortunately there's no way to put it there. Beam connectors are massive. They're bigger than the beam. Yeah, I was looking for something smaller, but I don't think there's anything. I think the smallest thing in the game is the sign. Put little lights there. That's funny. No. Plus, that would be tedious to do all of them. I do think I like the green, though. I don't know why that was giving me like 2 clicks here. Weird. I find sometimes when you're painting too quickly, I'll start to feel the game really chug. So I try not to be like super fast with it. Plus, you make less mistakes that way too. Oh. Oh, that's an autosave. For a second there, I thought that was the game crashing just as I said it. Oh, we didn't finish this part. And there's the frame rate gone. Woof. I told you, whenever I'm doing painting, it's usually what happens. Alright, time to save and log in, log out. I'll just save over the autosave. really slow. It's snowing. Somebody should tell the world it's April. Oh yeah, outside, 100%. There is a centimeter of snow on the ground. Well, maybe a half centimeter. SweetSandi, shush. Xmas. Christmas feelings. Bah! Humbug. By the way, I adjusted my mic today. Is it too loud, too soft, just right? I felt like a lot of my stuff has been inconsistent. Some of it is the platform. Like sometimes it's a TikTok is louder than YouTube and all that kind of stuff, or vice versa. I find what's really annoying is that when I export from TikTok to Instagram, Instagram is like super quiet. Like to the point where I don't think people will watch the video because it's going to be annoying. Yeah, I think I like the green. Like the green walkways.
Stop wasting time.
Stop wasting time. I'm decorating. I wonder if that would work out here. No. I don't think those are a different color. Oh, they are. I really wish we had smaller lights. I'd love to light that stuff up. That would be cool. Can do it with lumen, but I don't know it's really going to be noticeable. Also, did anybody else not know this? If you're trying to put signs down on something, if you hold Alt, it goes flat to the surface. I don't think I knew that. I saw that in a Bits video today. It's not going to do anything unless you have lumen on, but it'll at least look cool in here. So really, I'm just waiting for the sun to go down so I can see if we need lights in here. I guess the next little bit of stuff we have to tackle is what's going to happen through here. This is where I think I'm going to put an elevator. Because I'm realizing I'm not having any ways to get up to the next floors. But there's a belt there. And that's also kind of like in this space. So I might want to put the elevator in that position. Maybe I can just start putting things in temporarily. And seeing how they work. So we do it right. We could get an elevator that would take us up. That's... I guess we'd have to just go up a couple of floors. Yeah, we'd have to put it in this space, I guess. That doesn't feel as cool as having it be like dead center. But I don't know, maybe it's... Maybe it's better to just have access up to a certain point. Just like the trains and then here. Just a single floor elevator. I don't think I have space anywhere. Maybe inside the wall here? 1, 2, 3, 4. What is inside the wall over here? I guess we could have like an elevator arrive in this space. Be kind of weird. Elevators are easy to remove, yeah, that's fair. Where are they? Transport? Yes. See, I feel like this would be better off with like a staircase or something. Oh, you can't remove part of the floor? That's interesting. You have to delete the whole thing? What is this? This is... And this is... Nope. Can't really see the difference. Oh, it's not powered. Oh, it cycles. That's cool. If it's too long for the sign, it cycles. I like that idea. Alright, let's look to see whether we need lights on this top floor. We probably do. Yeah, she's pretty dark. I think I'm going to have to put some lights in here. We don't really have a ceiling to put lights on up here.
Perhaps you enjoy the challenge of blindly stumbling through tasks in low visibility. Try not to walk off a cliff. Replacing pioneers is inconvenient.
It's supposed to choose one of 3, but I've not heard the other 2 in a long time. I wonder if that's not working. We don't have any lights over here anyway. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go jump on the break train. Folks, I take a break about once an hour. It is that time right now. I will be back in just a little bit. Alright, let's find out where we're going. Right back where we need to. I'm still not sure about this wide berth on the back of the base, but we'll figure it out. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, SweetSandi. Appreciate it. So I'm trying to think about what I want to do next, because I feel like we've got a good amount of this done now. I have to start thinking about like the next levels of stuff. Because really what I've done, I feel like I've given my screenshots a decent look, you know? I feel like we need to figure out what's happening behind this now. I feel like the backstage area, we'll call it the backstage area, is a little funky right now. I'm happy with most of this. Maybe this could use some lights or something up high. Maybe. Maybe some like embedded pillars or something. Maybe not pillars. Maybe we need to do some beams. Is that 3 beams down there? Can't tell. Okay. I wonder if we can use some of the new beams here. That's kind of a cool look. Maybe it goes up a little bit too high. Start a little bit lower. The kind of stuff that you just can figure out when you just play around briefly is pretty fun. I want to put like a light there. And that's kind of small. Wait a minute, I turn it sideways maybe? There we go. One of those things where it's going backwards. don't think I want purple. I think I want yellow. Gotta change all these too. I'm not sure if that's too busy with the angle there or not. I could also take this up farther. Have it look solid. MindTripMedia gifting a tier 1 sub to the community. Thanks very much. That went to Makeshift Dragon. Makeshift Dragon. Make sure you thank MindTripMedia in the chat for your gift sub. Manila Doom, Zenzen, and T-Bone Robo. Thanks very much for the follows as well. Appreciate it. Just looked at your hotbar and it blew my mind. Swatches in the hotbar? Genius. Oh, swatches in the hotbar. Materials in the hotbar. Put all the things in the hotbar. Put patterns in the hotbar. Blueprints in the hotbar. All things go in the hotbar. Saves a lot of time. Manila Doom, welcome in. How'd you find the chat? Did you come in with a raid earlier this week, maybe? I thought I would like that better. I do not. Bad Redux, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. No, the dark helps. Dark helps. Maybe we need to lower that a little bit. I wonder if I can put these behind the sign. Oh yeah, there we go. That actually works remarkably well. Sold. I like it. Weird snapping. Ta-da. Can't wait for 1.0 to or 1.1 to come out fully. Yeah, me too. I mean, it's okay and experimental. I'm not having too many issues with it. And I don't have a beast of a computer. I'm only running a 1660. I was watching a video earlier on YouTube about somebody building a gaming PC, all AMD, for $1,500. But of course, that was US. So it was like, oh, the graphics card's only $500. Yeah, it's $1,000 in Canada. I showed up on the sidebar when I loaded up Twitch. Fantastic. I'm glad that Twitch is spreading the word. You should too. Got a couple of friends that might want to hang out. Let me know. Share it around. I'm Joel Duggan on social media. I always post when I go live. Oh man, that really added to it, didn't it? I think we're going to have a lot of fun with these new buildables. I think it's something that's going to add quite a lot to our builds. I don't know about those right now. It's lacking purple. We don't have a lot of accent stuff happening right now. Do we want to try these as purple? I mean, again, it's not terrible. I say we go for it. Not like it's hard to change them back. Is that one higher? I think that third one is higher. I do have an eye for details. Yeah, this is a little funky here. There we go. It looks like, talking about computers, it looks like cables inside of a computer, like the, I'm not sure what they are, but like the flat 6 bundle of cables that go from your different things. Delara, Legasp. Who would have thought you would have had an eye for details, right? It's the bane of my existence. It's why these things take so freaking long. Also, hi. Yeah, I like it. I'm looking good. Did I change that to purple? Maybe that could be purple too. You're not really going to see it, but I think that works. Oh, not that though. Yeah, this part here feels a little strange. I wonder if we can just smooth that out. Now it feels like it needs something, but it's better than it was before. It could just need some depth. Like maybe we don't need to do a whole lot here. Now that looks a little bit funny with that. This tangent, see, this is what I try to avoid. See how like these lines all kind of like come together at the same vertices? You usually want to overlap stuff in that sort of situation. So what we might want to do here, because it is like an extended overlapped thing, we could extend this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. See how that works a lot better? Although now we might want to do the same thing with the bottom part. Devastator vibes? I think so. What would this be? This would technically be... I think I was going for like his right leg. So land mover. A lot of gray on that. There are some purple panels, but there's a lot of gray. Yeah, I don't know. So sometimes it just doesn't work. It looks too finicky. And these ones you can't paint, so I'm not sure about those. Front looks a lot better though. Oh, we are missing some bits here. I don't know what happened there. Oh, maybe I had started something and then it did not finish it. Where does that come in? There's 1, 2, 3, and then 2 meters. And then this is just that right behind it. Causes a little bit of a mess in here, but not much. I may have to rethink that anyway. Well, that's not seen from the outside, I don't think. Oh, it is when you get to there. Oh, lucky. That'll actually look intentional. And then to make it look like it matches up, we could just put green in here. Or I could just change the whole thing. I think that's all inside. Yeah, cool. And we've got this weird gap though. How did I fix that on this side? There's a wall there. Oh, I see. That's what that is. I'm not crazy about the purple in there. I like the purple lights, but I like what we did over here better. do we feel about changing this up a little bit? That has to stay something. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, that's a 4-meter ramp. Might have to go a little bit bigger. Yeah, I still want to fix that, but we don't know how. I guess we can use a beam. Does that show inside? It does. Only by a little bit, though. Because that doesn't have the staircase on that side. I wonder... I could just put an elevator in here, you know. It's big enough. Right? The problem with the elevator is that the top floor is encased. I know it seems funny to complain about the elevator. They just added it. I want it to be a lift. Like, I want the platform that you ride on to just be a straight platform. Right? There's like a 1 meter, no box around it. When you arrive at the top, I want to arrive atop at like a platform. Like, no, Star Wars has got lifts. I'm trying to think about what sci-fi movie I've seen where there's just platforms that just... It's like if this was the elevator, when it gets to the top floor, that's what would drop you off, right? Currently that's access. I guess to complete this we could just bring that up to the top. I don't know if that's going to look bad out front. Oh, you can't see it. Okay. Why is this on a different level? Oh. Yeah, I just snapped it to the wrong thing. So we've got these beam things that are sort of there. That's just part of that infrastructure. There's one there and one here. I guess I could get rid of these. Or I could make it shorter, maybe? I don't know why they make things go through walls instead of butting up against them. Fixes the problem out here. Obviously, we have not done anything in this space. I'm not even sure if this is right. I have to redo all the math on that particular section. All right, well, that worked. Okay, fixed. I don't hate the green. I could cover it up with another beam inside of here if I really wanted to. Doesn't look out of place. The green is not distracting. The whole idea was just to showcase this elevator going up. Oh man, this is old school. That's been in there for a while. See, the cool thing now is that you could put an elevator to just take you down to your logistics floor, hide it in the wall, and you're done. You don't have to worry about stairs and turning around and all kinds of nonsense. It's great. Wonder if I can do like a half stair. Oh no, because that's gonna be too tall. I don't know if I like those fighting angles. I might want to make that look a little bit different. It might be better to have this higher. Yeah, that works better. So I know that those angles were better, but like I feel like having these two angles parallel with that one makes a lot more sense. For me anyway. Alright, so we know that we're changing the stuff to green, so might as well do that. Hopefully we won't lose too much for frames. Let's save. So for some of the new folks that just came into chat, how long have you been playing Satisfactory? Are you new in 1.1 or have you been playing for a while? I think I know what that double click was. I think it's that. Did I turn any of these green? It doesn't look like it. About 1,000 hours, says Manila Doom. Playing since update 8. Nice, yeah. Update 8 is when we really took an uptick, I think, in our playthrough as well. I think that's when I really started to flush out Devastator. Remind me what happened in update 8? Like, remind me what were the big changes? I should remember this, but I don't remember. Oh, this is all incorrect. Yeah, I don't like this stuff. Experimenting with how to make it look a little bit more technical down here, but I don't think that's the way to do it. Just feels very plain. I mean, I guess we could do things like add fans in. Although they don't look very... I guess we could maybe make a structure for them. That could be kind of cool. Just one, maybe? Or two? It's not bad, you know? That's not terrible. We could maybe tweak it a little bit. Needs a little bit more contrast and stuff, but I feel like we could probably come in there with some walls. They feel kind of stuck on. Feels very Death Star. It's not bad. I'd say the only thing it needs now is just lights. Don't know how to do an angled light. Guess we'd have to do a beam first. Potential. Yeah, maybe. Otter Cotter, hello. How's it going? I feel like now this looks cool, but then how do you make the rest of the area around it look cool? Everyone's good. I mean, when I say everyone, I mean me. I don't want to speak for chat, but... Oh, we're missing a light. Yeah, that feels like the Death Star. That's very Star Wars. In some cases, I kind of wonder whether this would benefit from having ramps around the place. I don't know. Like, I don't know if that really adds to it or what. A lot of times I feel like these areas are very plain. It might be worth just adding in some stuff here. Yeah. That echoes what we've got going on up there. Same thing with the angle over there. X Haran 1.1 has borked all lifts in the save. At least it seems to be what CSS has said. There's a patch coming, but the devs are unable to do anything about lifts placed prior to. Oh. You mean they're not working? We've seen the lifts. I know that they're not... they don't go the right direction. But they're still taking items. It's just the animation is wrong. Right, you can see here these are going down instead of up. But if we look out the back, I still think there's stuff. Yeah, stuff's still coming out. We obviously did not finish the back of this building. Oh, the list is long. I think the issue comes in after you save and load. Oh, really? Yeah, I like that. That works out pretty well. I guess we could just do the same purple thing here. I don't think I just colored the inside. Oh, I might have. Darn it. Yeah, I guess we'll have to do a beam here instead. Sorry, kind of looks better anyway. Thanks very much, Heron. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think we're coming along. The lights really do add a lot. So stumped on what to do in this area. It's so bland. I mean, imagine we'll come across here and then maybe go down. That is inside. That floor would probably be there. I don't imagine it's all going to be this texture. We'd probably do something funky over the door. Just a square door for now. Thanks, Andy. Yeah, I gotta wrap things up here. Is there anybody live streaming Satisfactory that we can send everybody along to? There goes the light. Yeah, I feel like we could use some lights in there too. Bits is on the list, and who else? DC1. Bits is always a good shout. Let's raid Bits. I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to try to see if I can update Minecraft tomorrow. So we might be back in Minecraft. We might also be in Satisfactory because I'm having a lot of fun with the new update. Hope you enjoyed your afternoon. Thanks ever so much for being here. There's a lot of new folks here. I really, really appreciate y'all coming in. So if you want to follow me on social media, I'm very easy to find. Joel Duggan, same as the Twitch handle. TikTok, YouTube. Well, sorry, YouTube is Joel Duggan VODs. But TikTok, Instagram, X, Blue Sky, very easy to find. I post when I'm live on all the socials. I definitely let everybody know the Discord with an @ a tag in Discord when I go live. And if you want to join the Discord, check out patreon.com/JoelDuggan, or you can use a sub here on Twitch. Prime sub or tier 1 will get you access to the Discord as well. It does a great job of helping me continue to stream as often as I do during the week. So if you like this kind of content and you have a couple bucks and you want to support me, I would very much appreciate it. We're going to send you along to It's Bits, fantastic content creator. If you're watching me, you probably know who Bits is, I'm sure. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks very much. Bye for now.